shot. My husband and I made these yesterday with our green juices. I am on my way home. I had a long day of work. Hello there. I am about 10 minutes into my 45-minute walk. It is cold out here. And I am done. I'm going inside to make my dinner and rest my back and my legs. I got a delivery and I have this new trail. It has 2 grams of net carbs. It's a nut granola, cinnamon pecan. Wanted to try something different, and it also helps with for my husband too. He can put this in his yogurt. So I got this. I got him some fish oil. We got ourselves all natural almonds. He loves these fig bars. I do too. These are a nice snack. They're not. They have like limited protein, if any, but they're really good. We have Dawn. I have some dental floss. I'm really enjoying these OWN. I think that's how you say that. Plant protein, 32 grams per little bottle. Love it. And then I have here our whitening toothpaste. I wanted to show you the salmon that I buy. I get this one from Wegmans. It probably averages about 6 pieces in each bag, and it has 35 grams of protein in each frozen, little individually frozen pack. This is what it looks like when I have it on the pan. I just used some coconut oil on the pan. I love this dressing, the sesame garlic from Wegmans. So good. This is perfection. I just drizzle a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, sprinkle some freshly ground pepper, kosher salt, and then I pour this on top of the salmon. And I lift it up with a fork so that it can get in the bottom as well. I put it in the broiler for 12 minutes, get it nice and crispy on top, cooked throughout. I like my salmon to be cooked throughout. It is perfection. Over here, I have my green beans and my broccoli. I'm going to saute this on the stovetop. Here's my husband's chicken, and there is his sweet potato. This is for my veggies. I just add a little bit of this. I suffer from low blood pressure, so I need a little bit of salt in my life. And I like to just add a little bit of this soy sauce. So to get my salt content, but also to give it a nice flavor on my veggies. This is what's for dinner for me. Veggies and salmon. Perfect. Like when it's done, I'm going to pop these in the oven for 12 minutes. And then I'm going to saute my veggies right here on the stovetop. And dinner should be done in 12 minutes. Finished product. I am a texture girl, which means I love for my string beans and my broccoli to still have a little bit of a bite, still have a little bit of a crunch to them. And I love this crispy top here. Here is my dinner, so filling, 35 grams of protein, a little bit of protein in the veggies. This is my source of carb, but it's also my source of fiber. It is Tuesday, about 1 o'clock, and day 9 of 75. I am getting in my 45-minute walk. The app said that it was 57 degrees. It's a liar. It's not 57 degrees. It's so much colder. Hi. I am done. 47 minutes. Day 9. I have an upcoming trip, so I need to go do some shopping, pick up just a couple of things. I am headed inside of the store now. That is stop number 2, and now I am on my way to the pharmacy. I have to pick up my EpiPen because I am severely allergic to shellfish, and the EpiPen that I had actually expired. Okay, here is my EpiPen. This one was the one in my purse. It expired in 2024 in August. That is not good, but I'm glad that I got my new pack. Very simple dinner tonight, same as last night. I have sauteed green beans and broccoli. I added just a little splash of soy sauce, salt and pepper, and sauteed it stovetop with my broiled salmon in that garlic sesame sauce. Okay, this is a big highlight of my day, and it is where I actually take care of myself, my future self, and that is by applying and taking my hormone replacement therapy. I started hormone replacement therapy in August of 2024, and it has been a game changer and a life changer. So because I still have my uterus, I have to take progesterone. So here is my progesterone little gel packets. This is my estrogen. I just got increased to 0.75. I started with a 0.5. There was also a 0.25. Again, this was unique for me based on my discussion, my current health, my age, my symptoms, and my conversation with my gynecologist. It's the perfect dose. And I can't do patches. My skin has a bad reaction to adhesives, so I can't do patches. This is perfect for me, especially with work, and I travel quite a bit. And you just put it on your arm. You can administer this on different parts of your body. You can administer it on your butt, on your thighs, on your stomach. But the only thing with those areas is once you apply it, you have to keep that area exposed. You can't put any clothing on it, and that makes it difficult. So this is it. I just take it and I apply it on my arm like this, and I let it get absorbed. I roll up my sleeve and let it do its thing. I wanted to walk you through and give some hope, give some encouragement to show and say that hormone replacement therapy is safe. I am winding down. It's been a long day. I am traveling tomorrow. I have an early flight, so I need to get my butt into bed. But it's been a productive but long day. Good morning. Today is March 10th. I am whispering because my husband is sleeping and I am on my way to the airport very shortly, in about 2 more minutes.
Got a check for Cody for $600.
Watch your step.
Put on my workout clothes, go find the gym, do my 45 minutes, get that out of the way. Let me show you guys really quickly how I pack for a 5 or 6 day business trip. And you can tell my base color is black. I always travel in a wardrobe capsule because that makes my life easier. I do not bring clothes that I'm only going to wear once. 2 black blazers, both cropped sleeves, because long sleeve blazers I have found myself folding. And I have 2 pairs of dress pants here. I have a pair of wide leg jeans, but they're more dressier. And then I have here these jeggings, but they're not as tight and they give the feel of dress pants, and I love these. So I have a blazer, I have my long sweater that I travel with. I have 4 shirts. So these shirts will serve both for business and casual, and you can tell they're almost the same, except this one is a crew neck here, and then this one is more casual with a V-neck. But this is black, if you can't see it, and this is blue. But it's in the same family. I have my casual sneakers, my business casual sneakers. Those are Cole Haans. You guys, those things are so comfortable, and they dress up any outfit. Long gone are the days of wearing heels. very few women wear heels in our company, and that is the truth. So I have here my business casual sneakers. I have some flat sneakers for the evenings and just chilling. I have my slippers. I do not walk in a hotel room barefoot. I have on socks right now. So let me show you how I pack my bathroom toiletries. I have these 2 toiletry bags. Here's my $5 flat iron from Target, but I have 2 toiletry bags. I love these little covers because they really protect your liquids and no spillage. So you take these little condom looking things and you just place them on top of your bottles, and it secures the lid, no leakage, which I love. I need to get more, but I just wanted to leave these out to show you. I know they're funny looking, they look like condoms, but they are for your travel bottles. I always like to set up my bathroom. That is one of the first things that I do. I hang up my clothes and I set up my bathroom. If I can recommend 2 things, if you are traveling with a wardrobe capsule and you repeat outfits, you repeat shirts and blazers like I do, get yourself a bottle of this Febreze and get yourself a bottle of Downy Wrinkle Relief. Another travel essential are these little trays. They flatten out completely. I keep it in my travel backpack, but they hold your jewelry, they hold your keys or anything else that you need to keep in one location. Another essential for travel are these Clorox wipes. I wipe down the remotes, I wipe down the phones, I also wiped down the tray in the airplane. You guys saw that video. I do not travel without these. I know I said I was done, but I'm not. So one last thing is I have this brush. This is a 2-piece brush. You take this apart and I put it in here in 2 pieces. And this is my travel brush to clean this tumbler, or any tumbler for that. This is dinner. I'm starving. Let's eat. Day 11 is done. I am in bed. I can't wait to go to sleep. Done. Let's go have some breakfast. I just finished my workout. I'm on my way back to the hotel room to get changed, go off for breakfast, and continue on with my day. Let's get this done. I am back in my room and I'm feeling like crap. I've been trying to work, but I can't even concentrate because my stomach is hurting me. I have so much bloat and so much pain in my stomach. Asked me, did I want a scoop of protein? And I said, yes, I wanted the vegan. She asked me, which one would you like? And I said the vanilla vegan. But I am thinking, based on how my stomach is feeling, that she may have added the whey protein. I felt this probably within 15 minutes of me taking my last sip of that protein shake, of that smoothie. I'm going to blow dry my hair. I just took the longest, hottest shower. It feels so good. That's what my granddaughter says now. So good, so good. So now I'm saying what she says. It felt so good. End of day 12. I am going to read 10 pages of this book, Atomic Habits. I am so stinking tired, and it's not even 10 p.m., but my brain is completely shut. Here we are, 45 minutes time. Good morning. It is March 7th, and I am ready to finish up just putting on my jewelry and then putting on my blazer, and I'm heading out of the door. But I ran into a little bit of a pickle today because I wore the wrong sneakers here, and they're the ones that I've been using to do my walks. Well, today I kind of felt it coming on, but today I really felt the rubbing on the back of my heels, and they are bright red. And I'm not going to go shopping for another pair of sneakers. I am not doing that. So I learned this trick from a colleague using KT tape. And you can use this for blisters and for any kind of, rubbing that you get from your shoes. I put in a couple of strips in my little bag. I always have them in here for when I travel. But I only needed half of this, and I thought, okay, I can't rip this. KT tape is not like regular gauze tape where you can rip it. And I thought, oh my God, what am I going to do here? And I realized that in my little trusted little bag, I have this little Ziploc bag with a sewing kit, and it even has this little nail file and a cuticle thing. And I always keep this in this little bag. Well, in here, I had these little gems, and I used this to cut my KT tape in half. I put it on the back of my heel, and it is like nothing. I don't feel anything on the back. There's no rubbing, there's no any. Okay, I wanted to give you a outfit of the day look. Here is my versatile blazer, because if you want to dress up a casual outfit, get yourself a versatile blazer that is light, that is packable, wrinkle-free, and has pockets. I must have pockets. So I have on this blazer. I just have on a regular, crew neck t-shirt that covers all the right spots. Even if I eat a little bit too much, you can't see anything. I have my versatile necklace here. This is my Brighton necklace that I wear almost every single day. The jewelry that I have on is the only jewelry that I bring, with the exception of one more necklace. But other than that, this is what I wear. I have on my casual jeans. These are like leggings, but they're very, very, very forgiving, and they are super comfy. And again, my Cole Haan sneakers, these are business casual. We have a very relaxed dress attire. All right, this is my outfit of the day. What do you guys think? It is 11:15, 10 minutes to 11. It's been a long day. I have been up since 6 o'clock this morning, nonstop. Business trips are great, but the days are very, very long. Today has been 15-hour day. And we have a 6:30 a.m. start tomorrow morning. So I will not be getting my 8 hours of sleep. I am prioritizing sleep over reading 10 pages. So it just is what it is. Day 11 is a complete wrap. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good morning. It is super early in the morning, but here is my outfit of the day. Again, black shirt and jeans. These are wide leg jeans, which I love. Or they're more like, what are they, boot cut or flare? I don't know. But I have on my mock turtleneck, and it sits right below the waist. I have my blazer with pockets, 3/4 inch. Different blazer, but it's still black. Look of the day. Let's go. "45 minutes. Done. Hello there. It's been a long day. I had a 5:30 a.m. wake up with a 6:30 a.m. start, and it is now 4:30, and I got my 45 minutes in. I am going to go change out of my clothes, and I am not going to shower because I'm going outside to do a little bit more walking, but I will be doing a little bit of sightseeing and enjoying the night. It is my last day at the hotel. I worked out this morning. I changed my flight. I had a 7 a.m. flight, which means I would have to get up at like 4. And I usually leave pretty early. I usually take the first morning flight out, but you know what? I didn't want to do that this time. So I decided to change my flight, which gives me a chance to get my 45 minutes in, which I just did. And it allows me to really focus on rest and care because I've had a really busy few days. I am now going to have breakfast, and then I'm going to go upstairs, take a shower, and pack. I haven't even packed, but I'm going to do that. So let's go eat. This breakfast looks so delicious. So here I have a brioche French toast. I have a veggie omelet. I use tomatoes and peppers, a little maple syrup, soy milk with my coffee, a nice fruit plate, and look at this. It's really small, but at least I'm getting some ginger shot and green juice. Yes. Doesn't that look beautiful? This is breakfast for my travel day. Okay, this is the end of my trip here. I have my suitcase ready and I'm going downstairs to check out. I'm going to get to the airport a little bit early. I also like to leave my hotel room almost the way I found it. I don't use a lot of the things in the hotel room. So there's the desk. That's the tip for the housekeeper. And I don't make my bed fully, but I do put the covers back on. I put everything back, including the chairs, like everything. And then here's what I do in the bathroom. Let me show you guys what I do. I always put the towels in the corner, all the towels that I've used. I put the garbage all together. I leave the counter almost the way it was. So that's just me. I've always done this. My husband and I have been doing it for so many years that, I don't know, it makes us feel better that somebody doesn't have to clean up our mess. One of those things. Do you guys do this? Does anybody else do this? All right, let me get downstairs. Is a wrap of week 2, and here are some takeaways that I wrote down on a little sticky because there are some positive things that happened while also some not so great things that happened, and I have taken them to reflect, to adjust, to tweak, to make better, because I do have quite a few trips planned over the next several months while I am on this challenge. So it's important for me to make note of that. So I would say the first and foremost thing is stress levels were very high. It was a great outcome. It was an amazing meeting, but this is probably the most stressful meeting that I will be in for the entire year. But I'm happy that it went extremely well. It actually went super great. And that makes me happy because all the hard work paid off. But it was a very high stressful week, and that stress shows up very differently in our bodies. It really does show up in a weird way, and we need to be mindful of that. We need to keep that stress level in check. We need to be aware of what the triggers are, what's happening to ourselves, and that was something that I really paid attention to the entire week while I was away. It was my first time traveling while on this challenge. And similar to my comment that I just made, it really made me focus on things that are working, that aren't working, that I can continue, that I should stop and change, right? All those things are definitely important. I had zero control of the food options. Most of them were great when I ordered the food myself. But when you are in a mass meeting where food is being served to the masses and you only have a limited option because of your restrictions like I have and allergies. I'm severely allergic to shellfish. That is usually the non-meat protein. I don't eat meat and I can't have dairy. And you'd be surprised how much stuff has dairy. So not being able to control the food that you eat in this type of an environment is very challenging. However, my future trips, that will not be the case. So I don't really have to worry about that because I will be ordering every meal for myself. So that is truly a positive thing. And then the last thing was I did not keep track of my water. I just couldn't. We were moving at such a fast lightning speed from the minute I woke up to the minute that I put my head on the pillow. It was flash lightning. We were moving from one room to the next. We were discussing and having pre-meetings and little sidebar meetings. It was a lot. And I was drinking water at every opportunity that I could. But when you're moving from room to room, I would leave the bottle of water in that room and grab another one in another room. I couldn't even remember if I had finished it or not. So keeping track of my water intake, doing better with that in my next work trip will be essential. But while I'm home, I can definitely keep track of my water. It's only when I'm traveling. And here are some things that went really well, is that I walked 45 minutes every day. I made it a point to do active movement of 45 minutes. And although I closed all of my rings every single day, I wanted to make sure that I had 45 focused minutes of walking, and I did do that. I read daily. I read my book daily. I took my Atomic Habits book, and I was able to read that daily with the exception of one night. And that's only because it was our longest day and we had a dinner. So I didn't get back into my room until almost 9:30. And we had to be up at 5:30 to be downstairs by 6 with a 6:30 a.m. start. I had to prioritize. So I prioritized my sleep, as you heard, over my book. But I made up for it at the airport. So most nights I did get 7 to 8 hours of sleep, except for that one night that I just mentioned. And here's I kept my gratitude journal. I did write in my gratitude journal every single day. Sometimes it was in the morning, sometimes it was at night, but I did write in my gratitude journal. And I would say overall, the highlight for me was that I survived. I survived week 2 of this challenge while traveling for the first time. And that to me makes me feel absolutely wonderful. I am not hyper-focused on my weight. I'm keeping track of my weight for the purpose of showing you what stress levels can do, what changing your environment, what that can do to your weight, because the weight is not your only defining factor when you are doing a challenge and you're creating a different lifestyle. The goal is to focus on the lifestyle, not so much on the scale. And so I have to keep that in mind while I am doing this, because I'm not one to weigh myself whenever I've done a program. So doing this for the purpose of this challenge is important for me to not just show my weight, but to also show the different things that can happen that contribute to that weight, and not just focus on that and being hard on ourselves. So more to come on that as the weeks progress in this challenge. But that is my summary of week 2. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. And until the next one, adios.